Capricorns, hey, how's it going? It's your friend Dharma Jane here to do your December tarot scope for you. I will tell you that I have just previously tried to record your video twice, and there was just so many distractions. Even my pig, my Clementine, she got a case of the zoomies and started freaking out and running through the house, which means she was slamming into stuff and barking and acting crazy. And then I tried to start it again. It just wasn't happening. Nothing made sense. I just wanted to talk about being confused about how to manifest. So I don't know what Capricorn that's working for, but it's about getting rid of distraction. And so maybe that's a theme for some of us. But we're going to start over and try and do this at a clean slate. So I'm doing half-price video readings this month. The information about that is in the box below. Also, I think I'm going to start doing live telephone readings if you guys want to chat. But I haven't got the info for that set up on my website yet. So just give me a shout via email, and we can make some of that work. So I guess that's it. Without further ado, calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for Capricorns, December 2018. Okay, a bunch of jumpers, past, present, future. Okay, jumper cards. I'm going to talk about like competing for a foundation. And it's like, who does the foundation belong to? And if you ask me, it looks like it belongs to this badass chick right here. The one who's been there the longest. The one who is the wisest. The one who not necessarily has the most knowledge, but the one who you would see at the end times fighting for the foundation. She would be the first one up, the last one to go to bed, and so on and so forth. So I think what we're going to be talking about here is like having some strength, because there might be somebody in the midst who is kind of trying to make Capricorn compete for, I guess, like for their own space. So, because in the recent past, somebody was trying to figure out how to get away from being disappointed in love. Somebody was trying to maybe juggle a little of this, maybe juggle a little of that, and see what we come up with in order to like fulfill this potential self-love debacle. And so it's like almost the inability to start a new soul contract to get together as the lovers, because, and we can't have this new ace because of previous, like, circumstances that caused us to end up with a bandage on our head. So now we're being really kind of guarded about starting anything to begin with. And so how does that keep us from, it's like, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to do to get things started. I don't know what I'm going to do in order to achieve this, like, it's like a void. Yeah, like no fresh starts. It's just like being trapped. Being trapped in this place of, like, meh. Like shit. Every day is just, and it's not the end of the world, but it's like, and so what did all the juggling do? Yeah, nothing seemed to work out. All of this juggling, same card, there was no offers. There was no bites in the recent past. And so we didn't really have this firm foundation, 401s, that we were trying to, like, this is what I'm saying over here. What's the point of starting any new seeds? What's the point of taking on another soul contract if there's not even any offers available? Everybody's talking about new offer, new offer, new offer. And I'm sitting over here like with my Cheetos wondering where the hell my seed is. And so it's like a habitual state of meh. You know, we're just chilling. Because what for, right? And what does all that mean? It means that it's like, well, for one, we can take on the energy of the Queen of Air. And that it's like, if it's not good enough for me, I'm not taking it, period. Or it can be like, well, if there's nothing available for me, then why am I going to fret over it? Because there's nothing available for me. There's no bites. None. Yeah. The poet. He doesn't really do a whole lot. You know, or doesn't do a whole lot. Doesn't get into a whole lot of trouble. You know what I mean? But in the deepest part of his core, he's a poet. He is a soothing soul. He's a poet. So what does that mean to you, you know? And so I kind of want to talk about being called to maybe even write the poetry of the self. I don't really know what that means, but I think it's like self-evaluation, because here we are understanding, coming to an understanding, getting clear sight about what it is that we're bringing to the table and why we aren't starting anything new. Because now, see, in the present, everything is still in reverse. And that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, because we're holding on to like a higher knowledge of things that don't work for us. But I mean, and this is great, because here we have the Ace of Air underneath all of this. And what that means to me is some Capricorn is not willing to settle. We're doing this. We're not going to compete. We're not going to, this firm foundation, whichever the next firm foundation is that we grow, it better either be solid or we're moving on. And that's a really great way to be. Who's this King of Pentacles, please? So maybe a Pisces. Maybe a Pisces. Maybe a Libra. Or maybe a Pisces who's with a Libra. Maybe vice versa. Either way, this King of Earth in the, like, in your space now, in the present time, is not a happy camper, either with his own life or with the Pentacles. It's just somebody who's like kind of like the same over here, just like, you know. So, okay, this came out in the last reading too, and I almost want to like talk about it again, but I almost don't, because it got so heavy that's why I finally turned off the second reading. In that there was a group of Capricorns who are with someone that's married. And even though they know that the person's not happy in the marriage, they're not leaving it. And this message is different from this message, I'm aware. But this happened last time as well, and so I think it's important. And maybe that's why I was talking about how this Capricorn was not going to settle with anything, because it might be that right in the now, there is somebody that comes into your space that's married and who looks really great. But I think that there is a call with the High Priestess here twice to have some intuition about who is being presented here. Yeah, because that's the Sun in reverse. It's not what it seems. It seems like a soulmate, but the cups are empty. So basically, you might be vibing with somebody pretty hard in the end of December. you know, which that happens a lot, especially around this time. It's just, I kind of want to be like, wait till the sun comes out, because you have 2 calls for intuition here. And if we bring this back to this, it's like trying to have clear sight, trying to have a clear understanding about what it is that we're calling in, because it always ends up with no offer. And this is another indication of like no offers. But here, this was in the other reading as well, is that they're not moving forward. So yeah, this person comes in potentially, you know, it like brings wow, 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 wow. Okay, I gotta stop. This person that comes into your life might potentially like shatter your world, and in a good way. And I mean that because they like bring the end to the bad cycle that you're having. They bring this like feeling of healing. It feels karmically destined. It feels manifested and wished for. But at the end of the day, they don't leave their spouse. And that's shitty, because the energy that I'm feeling is like crazy. But my question is, you know, if they're so great, why are they hooking up to you while they still have a spouse? I mean, we have to consider what really great is. Yeah. Knight of Rods in reverse is somebody that comes in and then leaves. Oh, I can't believe that just came out like that. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, it seems great. Like, I was like, wow, 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 womp. And that's exactly how it feels. And you have the High Priestess out here twice, like, pay attention. You know, girl, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. And he's a fool. You know what I'm saying? So, just like, yikes. And I've heard, okay, so if this poet comes into your space and he's singing these songs that make you go, wow, 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 it's kind of like a beware thing, you know? But sidebar, don't give your power up to a reader, right? Just use your own intuition. Oh, yeah, this came out in the other reading too. Yeah, it's talking about being real, being grounded, being aware of the situation. So I'm saying, don't believe everything that I'm saying as like the word of the law, but I am saying that when this comes around in your space, to like consider whether or not this guy is, or, you know, girl, is the real deal, or if he's like a smooth talking poet. Like, you use your intuition here, because I keep wanting to be drawn back to this. Whatever this is going to rock your foundation here, causing a Queen of Air attitude. And there's still competition there though. So again, this is, you know, just pay attention is what I'm saying. Because in your near future, you have the 7 of Swords, right? That's sneaky shit. Yep. Yep. Because they're not going to end the 3-party relationship. So for some of you, you're just going to keep on in the 3rd party and living in this energy right here. But just remember that when you live in the shadows, there's other things in the shadows that you can't see. Okay? But for some of you, this is like a realization that they're not going to leave their partner. Oh my God, I can't believe it came out like that. Yeah, because you need to have caution around this. Well, it's almost like there's 2 people. See, and it's almost like just at the end of December, Capricorn is like, I don't even, there's so much drama in regards to like people. It's like the people who are coming forward with the offers are shady as hell. And so again, I want to go back up here and talk about what is it that you're manifesting for yourself? And wow, this is just like the other reading. So what is it that is being manifested? Because what keeps happening is like these creeptastic people keep showing up, like, let me just bother you. Bothering. All right. Well, what's the 7 of air? Yeah, you gotta have strength around this because it's got a death card, right? There's gonna be that energy coming at you in the next couple of weeks is gonna be the one that changes how this is going, because you're headed for this, right? You're headed for this 10 of Cups, but is it gonna be with this fire sign? Is it gonna be with the 9 of Fire? Because I'm looking at caution over here. So for some of you, I very much hope that this turns out the other way, and that this person who comes in and swirls your life around is just, you get to keep swirling, you know. But for some of you, there's going to be the whole won't leave their third party situation, and that really sucks. But overall, you've got a big time change. Death twice in the same row. At the end of the year, there's a complete transformation. And you do have the 3 of swords here twice. So you do have, and I think that for some of you, you might not think it's fair, because I think that this energy, like if you rewind it, I was like, wow, 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 wow. Wow, like fireworks and knock your socks off and yippee skippy and hooray ski, and everything is super great, and then womp. And I think that womp is this. It's like it hits you hard, that it's just the 3 parties not gonna end. And so that sucks. But for whatever reason, a big amount of Capricorns are learning this lesson right now. And it might be this. Yikes. It might be embodying this wise, firm person who is like, I know what I want my foundation to be, and therefore I'm not going to compete with anyone. Because some Capricorns might be the one to put the kibosh in this thing. Like, I'm not doing this. In which case you'd be embodying this. Like, I'm not going to rock my foundation with shady bullshit. And that's good. So while we do have a bunch of, death cards at the end there, I think this is an important message, in that some Capricorns, whoever this is, resonating for, are going to be just substantially changed walking into the new year. Yeah. The Dark Lady. Look at that. This is someone who has been made aware. This is someone who went from, I might potentially trust you, and be in the light, to, you know what? You screwed me over. And so now I've learned the lesson, and I'm not going to. And for some, this is not funny. For some people, these two energies, this major letdown, might change a person in a way that isn't always positive, because I think their feelings are going to be really hurt. But for some other people, this is going to like power that leveling up to where the unconscious knowing, like the thing that needs to be intuition, turns into like an unconscious knowing of what is and what's right. And it's like almost like a better judge of character, because whoever this person is, it's the loop-de-loop. So, yeah. So leave a comment below. I would like to know how it feels to level up. When you get a knowing about who a person is, I'd like to know what that feels like from you guys. But that's all I have for December. Happy New Year, happy holidays, happy Yule, what have you. Give me a shout if you want a telephone reading, and all the other info's in the box below. All right? Until next time, have a good one, Cappies.